Welcome to the Nuggcast, episode 31. It's the Nuggcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm Georgia.
You already said it was the Nuggcast. And I'm Chris.
It's the Nuggcast.
That's 3.
Yep.
It's the Nuggcast.
Hey guys, did you know this was the Nuggcast?
Yeah.
It is.
Holy shit.
We're once again gabless, and Chris is a little bit sick, but the show must go on, as people say that are in shows. God, this is awkward.
Now the news.
Now the news. So, after a patent filing last year, it seemed that Nintendo was jumping on the VR train.
But they ain't.
They ain't.
That's the news.
Yeah, that's the news.
Reggie's like, we're not doing it. We're gonna... and then Nintendo's like, if it's improved, we're going to. Maybe they'll improve it, but no one knows.
Yeah.
But it's good that they had the patent just in case they wanted to.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
And they didn't have to, pay $30,000 for someone to give it back to them.
Yeah. Because basically Reggie's been doing the rounds, he's been doing a good few interviews, he's in the spotlight a bit, and basically what he's said is that the problem with VR is there's not a lot of experiences that are truly fun, which I'm going to have to say I agree with him. There's a lot of them are
there are some good ones out there, though.
The ones that are job simulators and stuff,
Yeah,
those are actually quite
Job
fun.
simulator
Seems
ones are really
fun.
good. I played one on the Vive, where I'm just an archer shooting guys down below in a castle. That was so much fun.
The, keep
Doing the
talking
action.
ones, the bomb one, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's stressful. I feel like it would get old pretty fast, but it's still, for what
It's
it
a good
is, it's
party
good,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, it has some really good tech demos, but I do agree that a lot of the things that they're not
We've
really
yet to see a
not on
VR
the-
game.
Yeah,
Like a
exactly.
proper one.
Not on the same level as some of the other games we've got. It's would you rather a really high quality game?
We're gonna
or,
see some VR games.
You know.
Skyrim and Fallout. And
Yeah,
some
we'll
other shit
see what
soon enough.
happens with that.
Yeah, let's see how that goes. But
Yeah, I didn't say good games.
Yeah.
So basically they said that they'll start supporting it in one form or another if they find a way to support long playing hours
If
that are
that
comfortable. Which seems to be I think the fact that they filed that patent and that they've said that kind of means that they they are working behind the scenes on something better for VR that does suit what they
I don't
want.
think so. I think they're just waiting. I
Yeah,
think they're
they're
just
just waiting?
it's not ready.
They got the patent. They were sitting on it because if something changed, but nothing's changed, so now they're saying that they're not doing stuff.
Also, it's interesting that they do say we don't want the long hour. We're waiting for it to have the long hour play thing because that's so not what Nintendo's been about recently. Because with the Wii and the Wii U and even on the 3DS, it's you make sure you take a break every half an hour. Stop playing every half an hour. I'm that's
Yeah,
not
no.
realistic.
You release a game
Yeah,
I've completely forgotten the name of the Zelda game.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. You release Breath of the Wild and expect people to take a break every
Yeah,
half an hour?
no.
No. It's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna sit there for 8 hours. Fight me.
I'm gonna binge Twilight Princess again soon. It's gonna be great.
I wonder if they have actually been doing that recently, because I haven't played many of the Switch games, but for 3DS, especially towards the start of its life cycle, they were all about, hey, we need to put things in the games that tell the kids, hey, take a break every couple of hours.
Yeah.
In Animal Crossing, you'll talk to your villagers and they'll be like, make sure you take a break every now and then.
Yeah, literally after 40-ish minutes of playing, they'll be like, oh, you look tired. And I'm like, thanks.
Stop playing mind games with me.
Ooh.
Just because I'm playing Animal Crossing at 1 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning doesn't
it's
mean anything.
why are you awake, squirrel? It's 3 in the morning.
But it's, it
It
is...
is interesting, and it's maybe we're seeing a new Nintendo that's sort of blossoming in there. They do have more third-party games.
I mean-
this round of this console.
Yeah, and more third-party games is good.
Yeah.
Blizzard's been telling WoW players to stop playing for years now. And their loading screens are make sure you take a break and talk to
Not as
people
much
not in
as
WoW.
Terra. Terra, it literally comes up on the screen. You have been playing for 1 hour. You have been playing for 8 hours. I'm suddenly it's 8 hours though.
It judges you so harshly.
Oh, it does though.
So...
Oh, actually, tangent. Games that judge you harshly. I mentioned last week that I was playing Insult Simulator. So the Insult Simulator. And when you go to quit the game, it's are you sure you want to quit the game? That would be the coward thing to do. the real thing to do would be to come back and argue with someone. And if you press yes, I want to quit the game, it plays a chicken clucking noise and then quits.
I love that.
Amazing.
I heard it, I'm like, oh shit. I reopened the game.
I'm being judged so harshly. Yeah. So, we do have more Nintendo news.
Yeah, there's heaps.
Yeah, there is heaps. So, Reggie does have more to say. So basically, what's happening is Nintendo has said that they cannot guarantee that there will be enough Switches for the holiday season to meet demand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a chokehold.
Yeah.
It's, a lot of people think it's just one particular factory that's doing the Joy-Con, a piece of the Joy-Con. But Nintendo's like, no, there's lots of problems. It's like, if you know them, then fix them, Nintendo.
Yeah.
You're rich enough to get it. Yeah, and like literally has the disposable income to be like, all right, well, if this factory can't handle it on their own, we're gonna, split it and move it to another factory as well. You know, like we just fixed it then.
It's exactly as George just said. Like there's choke
at
points,
least they're
and
warning people that they're not going to be stocking Switches this time instead of just nope, we're out.
Yeah, just surprise.
Is it a surprise?
No more Switch. Yeah, exactly. It's not really even a surprise. The interesting part of this, so Nintendo has, Reggie also claimed that the NES Classic was not purposely held back to create artificial scarcity. Which, the thing I have to say about that is, like, let's say I'm inclined to believe you. If I do believe you, honestly, I think the stupidity is worse than the malice. Like,
Didn't they say that they would only be making a limited amount, though?
Yeah, they did. They said, this is a limited run. This is limited edition. We're not bringing this back.
So,
and then
they've
brought
already
it back.
admitted that it was artificial demand.
The thing is, it's like, I don't believe that. And I love Reggie. And maybe he's either lying to us or it's...
Ryan, Reggie would never lie to us.
Well, he's either lying to us or it's like legitimately above his like level on things, and he just doesn't fully, he's not clued in. Or maybe it's below him and he's not clued in.
Well, but, even because what he actually said was they looked at the other retro consoles on the market and saw that it wasn't a big market, so they just didn't make many.
What other retro
exactly.
consoles?
What other retro consoles?
Like the ones that were actually made in the 80s?
Like, I
think they looked at GameCubes, like, honestly, and there's not a big market for GameCubes.
I mean, no, there's not.
What I think they mean is, like, third party, like, this is a Raspberry Pi that plays older games. Yeah. They looked at that and they're like, they're not popular.
Nobody buys those because everybody makes them themselves.
Yeah.
So there is no market for that. It's
also,
wild.
I can't see, like, a more casual player going and picking up a Raspberry Pi.
Well, exactly.
GameCube games.
They want that name brand to ensure that there's a warranty there and that it'll work.
Yeah.
But, just because, like, they've done it in the past. So, Nintendo, that is, they have done it in the past. They've held it back before this. So I'm like, I don't believe you.
I think the fact that just even the NES Classic, like, just they shipped, like, 2 out per store. Like, that's not actually, like, some more popular stores got more. But, for example, a lot of video game critics and stuff, they were heading to their local store and just like, how many did you guys get? And they're like, they only sent us 2. Like, that's all they got. That's their stock. Yeah. They got 2 of them. And it's like, surely you knew there would be more than that. Yeah. Like, I feel like it's not an excuse. Like,
I get why they wouldn't produce as many NES classics as like, the Wii.
Exactly,
the Switch.
Yeah.
Like, sure.
But
then you'd only want to make, like, 10-20% the amount of the Switches.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, why... Because what they have done is they've tried to switch the blame to stores like GameStop. And it's like, maybe they did. Maybe, but I think it's both of you. Because Nintendo's done it in the past, and GameStop is shady.
Yes,
so.
GameStop is GameStop.
So, like, maybe both of them are at fault, but Nintendo is definitely at fault.
The new thing that has come out is that so this just happened today on the day of recording. So the SNES Minis, they're gonna be extending its run into 2018, which they weren't previously planning on doing. So they are gonna still be shipping more, which is, it has a mixed reaction. The people that have already secured their pre-orders are annoyed because it's less exclusive.
I
However,
don't understand
you know,
why it has to be exclusive. That's it's not a collector's item. It's like
they are purposely making it a collector's item.
well, but the thing is, it's like even if it only had a run of 3,000 worldwide, okay, then be mad. But it doesn't. It has like I think it's like 10,000 is what they were expecting to sell, and that's like.
It's
that's
not
even low,
you know? It's not like they're numbered collector's items.
Yeah, exactly.
They're designed to be the thing of we're shipping out as many as people will buy. They're meant to be like, okay, we're only doing it for a certain amount of time because we don't want to be manufacturing these forever.
If it was marketed as a special collector's thing, then I understand being angry. But if you're angry just because somebody else gets a thing that they wanted, why? Just be happy for them that they got the same thing as you. You know, you both wanted it. Now you both have it.
Yeah.
You're not taking it away.
So, I have a news story that is about chicken nuggets. Gaming and nuggets together.
Guys,
How on
amazing.
brand.
We've been waiting for this day for so long.
We have, and we can finally do it. So, Splatoon 2 is doing a promotion in Japan. Normally this isn't our kind of news, but because it's nugget themed, that's why we're doing it. So, basically McDonald's had a vote between the sweet, sweet nugs and fries. And fries smash nuggets.
Because in Splatoon you can vote for things and you vote by winning.
Well, sure. I believe so. So this vote was actually like in McDonald's stores.
Oh,
People
no,
voted.
yeah, but I'm just saying like it's a Splatoon thing that you vote for things. They like puppies or cats, and then you go on the team.
Yeah. So basically, it was 71% to fries, 29% to nuggets. However, what you were talking about, the nuggets and fries also, they did it in game, and nuggets just beat out fries in that.
It's because gamers love nuggets.
Yeah, it's 51%. So
They should have done that survey in Australia. It'll just be 99% nugs.
yeah, I think it's just like kind of a because they specifically did this in Japan. I feel like it's like but yeah, it's like it might be something with the culture there, but I feel like nuggets would win here.
Maybe. It's just a cute little promotion that's Splatoon themed, and that's why they did the vote.
Yeah,
in case anybody
Also,
didn't understand.
So, I think they're going to create a character based off that vote. They expect to see a Chips character in Splatoon in the next couple months.
Would they do Chips or Nugs though? Because Chips won the in-game, Nugs won the in-game, out-of-game Fries one.
But like, if you average them out, Fries would still win.
Definitely, because they smashed them.
Exactly.
I don't think they'll do that because they don't do like new characters for each vote, and there's a lot of votes.
I mean, no, but this vote was also out of the game.
Yeah, it had
and
a
it was
special
sponsored
thing.
by McDonald's, obviously.
Maybe, but I don't see them putting it in.
Yeah. So it has been done before. They did mayo and ketchup. Mayo won.
Yeah.
But like we didn't talk about that because there wasn't nuggets. So this is important nugget related news. So that's why we're speaking about it.
Yes.
And the last bit of Nintendo news we promised, but it isn't even really Nintendo news. No.
No? The Nintendo Direct happened today.
Oh, so it did. Did you have some
I got
information about that?
We got some updates for Splatoon and ARMS again. Splatoon, there's like a parachute style thing happening, and
Parachuting fries.
No, not fries, but just a parachute sort of thing. It wasn't super clear. I guess we'll see what's happening with that. ARMS, the Lollipop is out now. Have fun. There's also, you can now, something that I found cool is they were like, because, ARMS is all about flexibility, now you can like remap your buttons on it, which is cool.
Cool, so standard stuff.
Yeah, no, it was pretty standard. I'm just getting up my list of things.
Yeah, there was a bunch of trailers. A bunch of trailers.
Minecraft for 3DS is an interesting one. I'm just giving you the highlights.
Minecraft
for 3DS. You can get a Celebi if you pre-order the not the Sun and Moon, the Gold and Silver. You will get a Celebi that you can then move to Sun and Moon. Special Celebi.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay, yeah, I'm excited about that.
There is Nintendo's actually getting their first third-party exclusive game So, it's an Atlas RPG. It's called Journey to the West.
Oh, that just the words
Journey
Atlas
to the
RPG.
West. Will that be based off the
I
books?
believe so.
Nice.
Ah.
Don't quote me. It might not be. Oh, they're also getting a MOBA. Switch has a MOBA.
Whoa. What?
Yeah, Arena of Valor. It's called.
Will it be like a real MOBA or like a Smite MOBA?
No, it looked like Dota.
Okay. I have no clue how well. Oh, I know. I can see how that could play well.
I'd love to see a like.
Oh, and you're getting some old school games on the Switch, like we talked about ages ago when the Switch was first sort of announced.
Or like what? Like virtual console games?
Yeah, virtual consoles. Super Mario Brothers, and you can co-op it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah,
well,
there's just some cool things.
Let me play Twilight Princess on the Switch.
I'd love to see.
Go find Wii controllers.
Is the MOBA? It's not a Nintendo first party, is it? The
No.
MOBA?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'd love to see a first party MOBA though, because like it's kind of the thing with Blizzard. When Blizzard does their take on a certain genre, like for example, Heroes of the Storm, I don't particularly like it, but I do like the take that they took on a MOBA.
I've played it a few times, mostly to get shit and WoW.
Yeah.
But every time I've played, I've really enjoyed it. I'm like, I should play this game more. I don't, because Unity's a bitch.
Aesthetically, it does kind of look a little bit like Heroes of the Storm.
I imagine it would.
Yeah.
Well, a
It
first
just
party
looks so.
Nintendo
They all
game,
look so similar.
Everyone knows that Mario would be OP.
Yeah. We have Kirby Star Allies, which will be spring 2018. I believe that is the Kirby game they were teasing. It is not Battle Royale.
Yeah,
It's different to that.
Yeah,
it is
it's
a co-op
the one,
Kirby game.
Yeah, it's the one you throw the hearts at them and you make them your friends. That's the one we saw. It was just called Kirby when we first saw it.
Yeah, but they've announced the title and when it's coming out now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And we saw more of Mario Odyssey. There's a lot of like other games they showed. Oh, Doom and Wolfenstein.
Mario's nipples.
Yeah.
We saw Mario's nipples. It's the biggest announcement.
Yeah, Mario's nipples, we saw them. But Doom and Wolfenstein will also be coming to the Switch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The new Wolfenstein, I assume, not the new order.
Yeah, the new Colossus.
The new Colossus. Yeah, cool. Awesome.
If you can go check it out yourself. There's like heaps of Xenoblade stuff, heaps of Fire Emblem stuff. Snipperclips is getting a DLC, which is like, it just came out. Why is it getting a DLC?
Yeah.
Also, it's like
actually,
kind
day
of
one
bloatware.
DLC is a thing.
Yeah, I suppose at least
Let's
it
be
wasn't day
honest.
one.
It's still console, so they're not going to be very friendly.
Yeah, we're getting an Ace Attorney. Professor Layton game. His daughter. I don't know. But now his daughter is the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stuff like that.
And there was we saw a little bit more stuff for Pokemon Ultrasun and Ultramoon.
Yeah.
There's two new Pokemon that look really awesome.
They're
down
not
for them.
Pokemon.
Huh? They're Ultra Beasts.
Yeah, they're not Pokemon.
But Ultra Beasts are Pokemon.
Close enough.
Ultra Beast is just a sales pitch. They're Pokemon.
They're Ultra Pokemon.
Ultra Pokemon, which is an even better sales pitch.
One more. I'm sorry. There's one called Morphe's Law, and it's a first-person shooter, but it is.
It looks
super,
great.
and you
I
shrink
think we've
things.
mentioned this a couple
okay.
times.
Yeah, we have.
It looks cool. We saw some
It looks great.
we got some trailer gameplay
So
demo
is that coming
sort
to
of thing.
Switch?
No, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Last I
it's-
checked, that was a PC thing.
Yeah.
Now it is Switch.
Yeah, it's.
I assume it's still both.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, they're like, no PC.
Yeah, it's.
Coming to BattleNet soon.
Smash Bros. Melee. Actually, still pretty big. Like, people
Yeah.
still play the game. It's a
They
GameCube
will not
game.
let it die.
It's still going. And because, like, it's quite big, but it's mostly like a community platform. Like, it's supported completely by the community at this point. And so Melee on Me has spearheaded a group that they're basically, they've got 5 leaders.
Melee on me. You have to say it that way to get the pun.
Melee on Me.
Like, lay it on me.
Yeah. Well, so
I
basically,
got it, I just refused to ignore it.
Yeah.
So basically, they've gotten 5 leaders from the community to select a group of 25 panelists. These 25 panelists would together vote on what rules would be in place for tournaments and things like that, because, which is all really good. Basically, what happened was, they selected everybody, every single person on the panel was male.
So yeah, here's the thing: the 5 guys, and they were guys. The 5 guys in charge of selecting the panelists offered the position. We're not sure how many people they offered it to, but we know they offered it to 2 females, which is quite low on itself. Just a small reflection on them. But those women declined. But then when one of the women found out, Emma or Emily.
Emily Sun, yeah.
Emily Sun. When she found out that, in fact, there was no women on the panel, she was like, "Oh, I didn't realize that it was me or no one.
Yeah.
So I would be happy to." But then there was no. They were like, there was no room. So she was like, "Okay," She didn't make a fuss about it. But one of the guys, and he's pretty prominent. His name is Armada. That's his tag name. Yeah. He was like, "I'll step down so we can have a female." Cool. And there's been some
people are
some
particularly
backlash.
I'm not particularly up with this community, but apparently he's pretty much the guy. There's a few there's heavy debate over who is the top player because it's like any scene, but he's one of the top guys. He's the David Beckham. He's one of the guys.
Might not be the best, but he's the one everyone knows.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, certainly now.
Certainly now, yeah. So, people definitely weren't happy about that. There was actually a further statement from Emily Sun, and apparently when she was approached, she wasn't formally approached. She was just having a conversation with someone. They kind of brought it up, kind of not really, asking her, but she brought up, I'm kind of busy around that time, but there wasn't anything solid.
Oh, so there wasn't hey, these are the dates.
Do we know if they had a similar approach to the others?
We don't.
Or is this a sort of casual, hey, this thing's happening?
Yeah. It's a community event,
it's hard
so
to say.
Really hard.
The most we can say on that is that's unprofessional.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think if they're organising a proper panel to set up proper rules for tournaments, they would do it properly.
Yeah. The key word is proper.
Yeah,
and it's it's really good. It's I know this isn't gaming news, but it just reminds me of there's a thing about the new Hellboy that's coming out where one of the actors
a picture came out of the guy as Hellboy and it looks great.
Oh, he does. The guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I thought that was great casting before they even put the makeup on.
They put the makeup on today and released the photo. Oh my god.
Oh. So, but yeah, basically with the new Hellboy, one of the characters, he was a white guy who was cast to play a mixed-race Asian character.
Canonically,
canonically.
They weren't trying to do that in Cloud Atlas. They were not trying to do that.
But basically, once he found out that the character in the books is mixed race, he's like, I'm stepping down so that you on the provision that you guys casting. Put proper casting, which is it feels like the same kind of thing. It's really good that people are doing it.
It is really good, and we're not going to get too deep into this, but I really if we take Scarlett Johansson playing what's her name, the general, whatever, she's the chief in Ghost in Shell. Scarlett Johansson is at such a crazy point of privilege that she should have been hey guys, no.
I feel
because she's the most well-paid actress in the world, and it's a shame that she didn't, but I applaud this lesser-paid actor who is out there just trying to still make his way still. It was I'm going to do this.
His name is out there now.
Well, yeah, it is.
It's going to be picked up.
So everyone consider this good press. But it's just good, and it's the reason that Armada stepped down. He did say some stuff about it. He's I think that this will, making females more comfortable in the community will be good, and that maybe we're going to learn some things because
that's cool. If it's take Ghost in the Shell, I don't blame Scarlett Johansson for not stepping down at all.
No,
she was offered a role and she took it.
I've got nothing against her for that. I love Scarlett Johansson, but it's it is disappointing to me that people don't have.
I'm not even disappointed. It's you're just doing your job. She's an actress. She got hired to act. I'm more disappointed at the people who cast her in the first place.
Yeah. I'm not being they're without sin or anything. It's definitely a bigger issue, but we're never going to be able to get to those people unless we get to the actors, unfortunately.
Yeah, but
And
even so, not.
I feel like because this has become such a big thing in the news as well, this might be like, and I feel like I'm disappointed Scarlett Johansson didn't do it just because she's like at such a higher level.
She is the highest paid actress in the world, so
like,
it's not like she wasn't eating because she had to take this role.
Yeah,
No,
I feel like it would have made bigger waves, and that's the reason why I'm disappointed about that. I'm not necessarily like, oh, that's Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, no,
But also,
I don't have any
you
like,
know.
oh, she should have done. Like, I'm like, I wish she had though.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, like it would have made some massive press if she turned
Oh,
down the
yeah.
role for it.
Yeah, can you
And that would
imagine?
have been great. But it didn't happen.
No.
We're slowly making waves, and like this guy, I applaud him just as much
Yeah.
as I applaud the guy from Hellboy. I wish I knew his name. I'm not up with the movie scene. I just know this particular
Yeah,
story.
and it's like just the people that may be listening who are angry at Armada, like, he wasn't pushed into this. This was his choice, and he did what he thought was the best, like, option for the community. So, like, if you love Armada, then trust his opinion. If you don't, then don't pay attention to him.
Yeah.
You like be happy he's not on the panel then if you hate him.
Yeah. So we got an update about Tmartn and Pro Syndicate.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, a while ago, basically, the short and sweet of it is, they made videos on YouTube advertising CSGOLotto, which is a service where you can trade in your skins so that you can gamble on bigger skins in Counter-Strike. And it's just a big gambling service, and they made videos on it. Turns out they were the owners of the website. Not only did they not disclose that it was advertising, but they didn't disclose they were the owners of the website.
Yeah.
We don't know what control, like, they made some pretty big wins, and we don't know what controls they had over the rate, if they were the owners, if they had any backdoor things they can control it.
it's almost definitely.
They deny it, but it's not that far of a stretch to assume you can do it.
Because
Like-
Now,
okay.
I just want to quickly point out, before this Lotto videos, I don't think I ever saw Syndicate play CSGO.
And
It was just
I-
all Call of Duty.
To be fair, I don't pay attention to him, so
I was a pretty big fan of Syndicate. Probably Black Ops 2 days. Just his zombies games. I'd sit there, just watch them for hours and do other shit. But they would always be there in the background. But no, I didn't see him play CSGO at all. So it was a
Wild.
bit jarring.
yeah.
Just
When
going
it's like,
from,
oh.
I'm going to spend 8 hours getting to this level in zombies to spin the wheel.
yeah,
Spin the wheel.
Yeah. Ugh.
that's pretty wild. It is interesting. I'm not sure. I don't think that it was the same website that he used, but Max Mofo recently did an opening, CS:GO opening video, and like he was not told that they were rigged, but he got some massive pulls, and he was given money specifically, like, into his wallet, and I'm like, no, that's rigged.
Nah. It's really hard to, like, I think,
I'm not saying that Max was in any fault there.
Yeah, exactly.
He was kept out of the loop.
It's hard
And I
to...
think that may be a thing that a lot of them do, is that when they get sponsored videos, they just tweak that account to have a little bit better luck. You know?
And
Yeah, I mean,
these...
you want to look good. For,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's advertising.
Exactly.
And these places are really dodgy, and we'll talk about that a bit more after the actual news of what's happened, which is that the FTC did an investigation and found that, no, apparently they didn't say they didn't do anything wrong. They issued them with a warning and said, if you do it again, we're going to charge you 40 grand in fines, but they, like, essentially got off scot-free.
They got a slap on the wrist.
Looking
Yeah.
but even 40 grand, look at what Syndicate's been posting. That's
Oh,
not
yeah,
bad.
it's nothing.
He's been doing pretty well for himself as of late.
He's been getting more than that in CSGO skins. But, yeah, it's, like, also, a thing that this article notes is that, they also don't have to admit any wrongdoing, which I'm not sure if that's a common thing that the FTC does impose on people, that they have to admit that they have had some wrongdoing, but that's also
Well, it's
quite
America,
interesting.
so there's freedom of speech and you're allowed to lie.
Yeah, it's...
Plead the fifth.
Yeah.
yeah. The whole thing is, like, those websites are real dodgy. Like, just really dodgy. They're aimed at kids. They've got, like, it's gambling, but it's hard to put proper restrictions on it because it's not a real currency. Like, only
Yeah,
now
well,
are they
'cause-
starting to recognize them.
Like,
Yeah. Like specifically the aimed at minors thing
I
is
wouldn't
what
be
gets
surprised
me.
if you see Bitcoin gambling sites come up in the near future.
Yeah.
If they're not already there somewhere.
Oh yeah, and they're just
Dark net.
too high up for us. Too poor for that.
You just got to have that spinning wheel. That's the thing that gets them.
Yeah.
You see
Pretty visuals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
you see that color and it just goes
the
past it.
3-column ones. Oh,
Oh,
match it up.
yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. One. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Oh, two. Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
and then, but it just goes
Yes.
one past,
One
and you're
too
like,
far.
oh, cool, that's my life savings.
So South Park Fractured Butthole has made a little bit of news this week, and honestly, okay, I kind of like this.
I'm down with it.
I liked it as well.
I want to
It was-
quickly say,
Yeah.
guys who make these South Park games, you're fucking incredible. You're giving Rockstar a run for their money, as far as controversy is concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so for anybody that doesn't know, basically what they've done is in the game, you get to choose your race. Well, obviously there's a
Pretty
slider.
standard.
It's like a
pretty
skin
standard.
slider. Like
Yeah.
a skin
Yeah.
color slider.
And also in the game, you get to choose the difficulty.
Yeah.
The thing is, usually those two things are done separately.
But in this case, they are the same thing.
Yeah.
So as you left to right, it's pale, and then it gets darker and darker as
Yeah.
the part progresses. The darker the skin color, the
So,
harder the difficulty.
like, just to be frank, if you're white, it's easy mode. If you're black, it's hardcore. And if you're somewhere in the middle, you're ambiguously Asian or Hispanic.
Yeah.
And so the thing about this is it doesn't affect the combat. They may have, because in the other South Park game, you could easy, medium, hard for combat.
Yeah.
But this actually, it has the
It's a
thing
lot more
that
social difficulty.
the thing that was just the final nail in the coffin of why this is great is that it's like it affects how people treat you and how
Yeah.
much money you earn during the course of the game, which is like quite brilliant.
And it's good because, you know, I know South Park has had some, like, the TV show has had some moments, but, you know,
That's
this
an
is,
understatement.
this is, like, a cool thing that they've done because it's, like, some people are going to take it like, oh, it's in jest. I don't think it is. It's just, like, this is reality.
Pointing out something
Yeah.
that's it's happening. So
Yeah. And, like, especially in America right now. Like, with the state of things there. And South Park is set in America, so.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
set in Colorado. Yeah, and it's like it's quite interesting because the whole thing, like, not only have they implemented this, also the characters treat you differently if you select a girl, which does actually kind of fit with the theme of South Park because, like, the South Park, the main crew is about a group of
a young-
8-year-old
a little-
boys,
little young
who are,
boys.
you know, they're
completely
exclusionary.
incompetent.
Yeah, they're incompetent and they're, like, quite exclusionary. They make fun
And, like,
of girls and
you know,
stuff. like-
typically in real life, that's the age where it's like, ew, cooties,
Yeah.
sort of stuff. So, you know.
we all went there.
Yeah. The other thing is, with Fractured Butthole, you actually, since we're mentioning the story, you get to choose if you're trans or cisgendered as well.
Wonderful. I
which
just
is
always
yeah.
keep including
Like,
it.
Now that's the
Why-
first game that's done that.
Yeah,
Dream-
the
Dream-
first
Dream-
AAA game at
Dream
least.
Daddy got close.
Yeah, it did.
No, you fully got
well,
to.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but it didn't go the other way. You couldn't because it was only men.
Yeah, you can.
yeah.
You could only be a daddy in Dream Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, Dream Daddy wasn't a AAA game. This
No,
is
yeah,
the
it was
first
indie.
AAA game that has done it. And that's actually, like, for South Park to be the first one
Yeah.
is wild.
It is
Like,
wild.
is it? Think about it just for a little bit.
It is because it's not shock humor. It's shock still, but it's not. And I think it's like the good kind of shock. You know, it's a shock to people who are like,
let's
how
be
dare
honest,
that
how
be
many
like
other
that?
games could get away with that?
Yeah.
No,
Who-
well,
whose companies would be willing to go there?
exactly.
Like South Park would, Rockstar.
And it's,
No,
I just
I don't
think
even think they would.
I think it's excellent they've done that because they do have the power to do that because they
Yeah.
are South Park. And it's great, like, good job.
That's the thing, is because the fact that it's South Park, it's not seen as pandering. Because at South Park,
Yeah.
they're very, they're very
Yeah, that's what I mean by
middle
some
of the
people
road.
are like,
they're
some
very,
people are like, oh, this is done in jest. But it's like, I don't believe it is. I believe it's just done as a direct political statement. But some people who would strongly disagree with that, and we're not a political podcast.
Yeah.
But some people who would strongly disagree with my opinion would be like, they're pandering if it wasn't South Park.
And the thing is, like, it all does fit perfectly within the theme at South Park because in some of the recent episodes, they've done stuff about the bathrooms, like transgender people using certain bathrooms.
South Park is really good at keeping up with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole 7 days thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, good job. I think that they used... This is another case of people using their privilege to help, like, the communities grow.
I'm spotting a theme.
Yeah.
This episode.
Yeah, just
an
accidental theme.
Yeah. So let's completely detract from that theme and talk about...
Let's talk about race a little more.
Let's talk about LA Noire. So why is LA Noire in the news? You would say that's an old game
coming to
that
the Switch.
Yeah.
I think we all know at this point it's being remade.
Yeah, they're remaking it, and honestly, it's like, it was such a, like... It was by no means a big game. Like, it was an underappreciated game. I would 100%
definitely
say that. But it wasn't like... It wasn't huge. Like, it was just a small thing. And it's... Yeah, they've decided to remake it, so it's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. And also, it'll be available in VR, which is really interesting.
I think this is really, really great.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big game at the time, but since its release in the years... between then and now, it has really grown. And so I think them re-releasing it in HD on more platforms, it's going to be absolutely great. It's going to sell amazingly. Also, Rockstar, it's going to sell amazingly.
Yeah.
I actually heard some like little things that are coming to the Switch. They really market it as these are changes that we have made for the Switch, so I'm not sure what will be crossing over on all the others for the remake. But you're going to have a over-the-shoulder camera now for some things. There's special outfits that have special powers.
Interesting.
Yeah, those are exclusive to the Switch, I think. Run around as Mario and solve crime.
Actually, I kind of love that idea.
You put the amiibo on and you become it.
It's also
Imagine solving crime as Kirby. The new Kirby game is actually just LA
Oh my
Noire.
god.
It's so funny because the game is so like when you're interviewing someone about a crime, like it gets really tense. Can you just imagine? And then they're looking around and they're like darting their eyes side to side and you're like doubt.
It's like every Nintendo themed animation in the last couple of years. The game.
Yeah.
They also said that there was some Joy-Con stuff as well as some changes for the on-the-go detective, they said.
Okay. Interesting.
We'll see how that is.
UI changes. It's bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's so the VR version, from what it looks like, it's a spin-off from what it's saying. So it's not the actual game, but there will be other stuff for it, which is
Makes
quite
sense.
interesting. Like,
I wonder if it's just a film.
No.
Nah,
No.
It would be really interesting for it to be like an interactive film, but just, done in the classic style. Like,
I think it would literally be like one of the things from the game. Like you investigate a scene. There wouldn't be any movement thing. It would all be the very passive storytelling thing. But then I think interviews in VR, that's going to be great.
Yeah, I think it'll be really cool. You'll get to watch the people's really not subtle lying faces in VR. You get to doubt them in VR.
Ryan, what is DR?
DR is, it sounds like B, but it's not.
So what would BR be then?
So it's VR, but it has the emoji B.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's I kind of like the idea that they're just bringing back a bit of a cult classic. It was very unexpected, and like it definitely does have a cult following. I actually really liked it.
Yeah,
like it was.
It deserves it.
Definitely
Deserves the love.
It's very cool. And that's pretty much all the news that we've got for this week. No.
Georgia's like
What's Georgia
got something in the back pocket.
We got that PewDiePie thing.
Yeah.
That's the one that's leading into probably a medium discussion.
The discussion bit, I suppose.
Yeah. So, PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Now,
he said a slur on a stream.
This was all kind of pretty much resolved.
Yeah.
As of the recording.
Yeah.
Like, it's as resolved as it's going to get. Nothing else is going to happen, really.
Yeah.
I'm not too
I
sure.
mean, we might see some more stuff from the developers.
Yeah.
But
So,
a
so
lot.
the explanation here is that
Well, it's just PewDiePie said a slur on a stream, and it was very much at a point like where it was out of anger, and it was not. There was venom in it. It wasn't. And it's like the question is why you have to say the slur. This is not really the main thing we're talking about. Even like no one's defending him really. No one is.
Oh, yeah,
his
lots of
fans
people
are, but
well,
no one that matters is defending him. Even his close friend Cinnamon Toast Ken has actually. I watched his video today about it. He's like, "Hey, I'm disappointed in you for that."
Yeah.
And like that's not cool. And he's like, I have people of color who are my friends. Like, why would you're doing it bad for all the white guys?
And this wasn't on one of his streams. This was a stream done by the developers, wasn't it?
Was it?
I'm not sure. I'll check.
I thought it was PewDiePie's stream.
I've been under the impression that it was a developer's one, but I'll check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you check that because that changes a lot of things. But essentially, what's spurred from that, which we'll let you decide how you feel about that. Personally, I am disgusted by him. But you're open to your own opinion. That's fine. The developer of what game?
Firewatch.
Came out and was like, I'm going to DMCA him.
So if you don't know what a DMCA is, it's where you it's different to YouTube when they do their automated copyright thing. This is a purposeful attack that puts a strike on somebody's channel. So basically he was threatening to put a DMCA on specifically the Firewatch video that PewDiePie did, as well as any future coverage of any of the games that those developers particularly make, which was a dickish thing to do.
Yeah, like it's not right. Do I think that if PewDiePie played a game that I made and then said something disgusting, would I want PewDiePie playing my game? No, but.
Okay.
And I would not put him in the press. He would no longer receive any press packages from me. He wouldn't get games from me. But that you cannot DMCA someone that you do not like. Unfortunately, the thing is, when you have a popular game, you don't get to control who your audience is as a person, and it's just not realistic. And you can put as much content that you agree with in your game. That is fine, and then that may deter people that you disagree with. But at the end of the day, if they buy it, you've benefited off them, and I'm sorry if that makes you uncomfortable, but it is not right. And it sets a really scary precedent for other YouTubers, because if that happens to PewDiePie, nothing is going to happen to him. Like, if PewDiePie gets 3 copyright strikes, his channel will not be shut down like everyone else's, because he is the #1 YouTuber. And, YouTube listens to him. And
Not
the
a lot
whole
anymore, though.
Yeah.
well, the thing is,
Still
the
kind
whole
of.
adpocalypse thing started because of him and his Nazi stuff, and he's not a Nazi, probably.
I was wrong. It wasn't a developed stream. It was PewDiePie's stream.
Yeah.
And that kind of forms the basis of my thing.
Yeah.
If it was a developer stream, Poods, dude.
Yeah, that's
stop.
different.
But no, it was his stream. I say, other than the fact that it's against YouTube's terms of service, I don't care. No,
I care
what he says on
because-
his stream is his problem. If he
Yeah.
gets backlash for it,
Well, that's the thing,
but
is
it's his content. If he wants to go find a platform that allows hate speech, go do that. Good for you.
yeah, if there is a platform. Well,
Oh,
we
yeah,
know
no,
there is.
There is.
But the thing is, it's he is the most in-focus YouTuber. We were on the way here in the car, we heard a woman in her a middle-aged woman say the word PewDiePie on the radio, and I was shocked. But no, she did. She just mentioned it so casually, as if every single person in the world knows who he is. Didn't explain it. It was just PewDiePie, and moved on. And it was so many people do know. And then I think, this ties in with this entire whole, a little bit of the whole thing. You have a responsibility as, with the incredible amount of power that you do have with YouTube. And the thing is, PewDiePie has had some stuff with the copyright stuff, and then YouTube's just made it go away because He's PewDiePie. And it's like, wild.
One thing that I do want to touch on a little bit, you mentioned earlier how, you said, like, they can't just do that. Actually, that's the problem. They kind of can.
Well, morally is what I mean.
Well, yeah, morally, but legally, there isn't, like, there's been some things with YouTube with, like, H3H3, and there's been a couple of others where there's been things about fair use. The problem with video games
you say that like it was a very casual thing. It's a big thing.
It was it is a big thing, and video games is a very difficult place to put it.
They do not fall under fair use. Like, they just don't.
Well, actually, it kind of depends, because...
No, like, specifically, they do not. Developers allow it because it is excellent promotion for their games.
Well,
unless their games are bad.
Or Nintendo.
Well,
yeah,
the wording for it is that if the work is transformative, and then that's up to, like, the work being transformative is so subjective that anybody with a team of big enough lawyers can justify their content as transformative.
Well, the way that I've seen some people recently on the sort of, like, Let's Play Reddit sort of thing describe it as, why don't you try getting you and your friends to do a commentary over Star Wars and upload it. See what happens. It will be down in a matter of, like, minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what Let's Plays are.
But if you upload you talking over Star Wars and the video only takes up 40% of the screen, that's
different. You have to change the pitch a little bit too.
Yeah.
But then there's there's also the legal ground, because the problem with video games is there's also, like, while, like, I agree that I think that Let's Plays are transformative work. Like, when you play a game,
I make Let's Plays. I obviously very much agree with that. But I'm saying that, like, technically, as far as we have it right now, with what YouTube says and stuff, it's not fair use. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, because it's like, like, a movie as compared to a game. Like, a game is... Technically, it's your work, like, it's your thing that you are doing in the game, your interactions, what you're doing in their game world.
And that's why there is
which is
more
why
of
it's
an argument.
so difficult. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you won't get taken down immediately, because it's like, it can't just content ID, this is frame for frame the movie Star Wars, as opposed to this is what you have done in a game, and that's where it's difficult.
Typically, people, developers are like, cool, they're showing off my game. So we're just lucky in that aspect.
One thing I do want to add about PewDiePie as well, if you're ever going to apologize for doing something really shitty, watch that PewDiePie video, because honestly, he said word for word exactly what he needed to say. He didn't say anything more or less. I think he was
genuine.
He genuinely... Like, he said the things that when you're in trouble for doing this kind of thing, what you should say. You don't say, you don't give excuses for what you did.
I'm sorry I offended you.
You don't say...
No, you don't apologize for people being offended. You apologize for the thing that offended someone.
And it, like, since he's...
Again, if it wasn't against YouTube terms and services, I don't see any reason why I would need to put out an apology. But, that's my biggest problem.
I think when you say a racial slur, it's not appropriate.
Sure, but...
And the thing is, PewDiePie also obviously feels that way. That's the thing. If he didn't put out the video, that's the difference. If you don't apologize for it and it fits in with your views and how you feel, okay, that's fine for you. If you release a half-assed apology video, that's honestly worse than not apologizing at all. Because you're just like, I'm sorry you were offended by what I said. That kind of shit.
One of the biggest things that I can't stand is people that just blame the other people in their apology. I'm like, you need to take, like... If you are sitting here making a video, you need to take control of your own actions. I'm not just talking about PewDiePie. There's been other YouTubers and sort of stuff that I've seen, and like people in real life. I'm like, don't apologize that, it hurt. I'm sorry you felt hurt. You stabbed me. Apologize for the stabbing, not the fact that I bled out, Like, I'm sorry you died. No, you stabbed me.
As far as that's concerned, the people making half-assed apology videos... It's obvious that your heart's not into it. You don't believe what you say.
Don't be a coward.
So just don't say it.
Well, yeah,
If
exactly.
you don't believe what you're saying, just don't say it.
Well, I think it is. I think it is fear. Like, genuinely, they're being a coward. They will not stick to their opinions.
Have
and perhaps,
a spine.
well, perhaps.
Don't
Well,
miss
I think
Alex
they
is
should.
James
Like,
impressive.
let me
Impressive.
know.
Hold up.
Let
I
me
need some
know.
papers.
Oh my god.
Clear
like-
the table.
I want to know if you are a person that doesn't line up with my personal views, because then I want to be informed. I want to make the choice myself on whether I'm going to support you or not. So please don't lie and don't say you're sorry when you're not. PewDiePie, however, I believe was sorry.
Yeah.
He seems so.
Exactly. And that's why I was saying, if you're going to make an
He's a
apology...
very good actor.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's like-
he's a really good actor and he wants...
Actually, didn't it
you
come
know...
out that a lot of his YouTube Red stuff was faked?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So he's a pretty good actor.
But a lot of his stuff is just fake. Like, you know...
Yeah,
it's
he's been doing it for years,
Yeah.
the whole thing. No, I believe it was genuine. I believe he wouldn't have put at least the effort to hire a PR person to write it for him if he didn't genuinely want
Yeah.
to apologize. Because probably that's what happened, but that's okay. Because it means, you know, like, he wanted to do it. He didn't feel like he was forced to and, like, just want the backlash to stop. He just felt like he felt like he needed to.
Yep.
Which is I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that's kind of that news story in a nutshell. Like at this point, we haven't heard anything more about the Firewatch developer as
Well,
to
what
what's
I think
going
is-
on there.
yeah, I
especially since he apologized. So what's you
Yeah.
know what's
I think it was good for him to apologize because of the implications that that it means for YouTube, okay? Because and other like Let's Players and what it means for games on YouTube. Because it is like a big thing and there's so many people trying to do it and there's so many people that find games from YouTube, like honestly. Like
Yeah.
games become popular on YouTube and then they sell well.
At Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
yeah
Like there's little fucking blind boxes of that now.
yeah
Mark Playmate's got Cawthorn.
Like
Rich.
really though.
really
But yeah, I think that it has some implications. It's like, please, and it's like the bigger guys. It's not just PewDiePie, but like Markiplier as well, Jacksepticeye. Like, please, just for the love of God, become advertiser friendly-ish, or mark your stuff as mature and not advertiser friendly, so YouTube doesn't have to make a big fuck about it, and then you can be like. Just yes or no. Let's just tick it. Is it advertiser friendly or not? Because everyone wants to make money, okay? Okay, like let's just be real. Everyone who's making YouTube videos, it's a fun hobby. Yeah, I do it and it's a fun hobby. But would I like to increase my 11 cents a month? Yeah.
You're balling.
I am rolling in that YouTube revenue.
Georgia, by the end of the year, you could afford a Chubba Chub. Maybe two, if you go to the right place.
Catch my Chubba Chub haul in December.
Chubba Chub haul video. Hell yeah! Oh, that's great.
But, like, you know, we need to treat it like a business, and I really want some sort of, like, legislation going on. Or just, like, let's have some distinct rules, like, can they DMCA us because they don't personally like us?
And that's why this specific one, you don't want to go to court, because honestly...
No, not this
I think, yeah, because I think that, honestly, he has a case that he could win here. The Firewatch developer, he could win that case, and that would be detrimental to
because-
everything, because this is such an isolated incident that could be referenced for things that aren't to do with somebody making, like, oh, I've said a racial slur in
Like,
another video, and now there's a thing to somebody
see-
who's, you
to
know,
see this kind of
silencing
affected
criticism.
action, and it's happened before in games. I think we talked about some copyright stuff that happened with mobile games, and then the implications that had in AAA games. Just go look at that. Go listen to that podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Bit of self-promotion.
And that's all the news we have for this week.
Yeah.
What you been playing this week, Chris?
What have I been playing this week? Okay, so keeping up with my little indie theme that I got started last week.
Yeah.
I've been playing this little game. And a few people might know it. It's called PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Just a small one. There's only
Yeah.
what 1.1 million players.
Yeah. You know,
Ah.
not that big.
Yeah. Sorry, 1.1 concurrent
Concurrent
players. I
play.
should
I'm
have
trying
said
to
that,
keep
yeah.
a straight face. It's not.
Yeah.
No, I picked it up the other night, because I felt like I deserved it, because uni's been crushing my game time this semester. And so I'm like, screw it, I'm going to stay up all night and play Bloodlines Battlegrounds. That was 2 nights ago now.
Yep.
You guys heard me yesterday. I sounded like shit.
Yeah.
My voice was gone, and it was just bad. I had work that night. I regret nothing.
Yeah.
Because I had so much fun.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, just to clarify, you lost your voice by screaming at people in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I didn't tell them this until now. So I was playing with our number 1 listener, and we did so well. I played for like maybe 8 hours. I
Must be
we
nice
won a
for
game.
Scott to do well. He'll
I
message me when he listens to
I heard
it.
some stories.
I
came first once, and then second a butt ton of times, and we raged a lot. That's why I lost my voice.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Cool. I'm just trying to think about what I played, so you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I literally cannot remember. I need to
See our previous podcasts. Nothing new.
Honestly, I think the only games that I've been playing are games for Let's Plays, which I'll spoil some things that are coming up for people. Been
Big
playing.
old spoiler alert.
Yeah, been playing a randomizer for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which is wild. I've played just, did herbs, my Sims, the stuff that's on my channel, that if people watch it, they'll know
same. I've been playing My Sims.
My Sims is a fun game. My little guy. Oh no, I can't spoil that. Ooh. But yeah, it's a fun game. My Pokemon playthrough ended awfully, and
Catch that soon.
yeah. Oh yeah, catch that now.
Oh, it's out.
Ooh, yes. Wait, by the time this is out, it will be. And me and Georgia have been playing stuff together for Love Seat, which it's actually just really fun playing co-op games. Like, I like that series just because co-op games are fun.
We need more co-op games.
Yes.
At developers, at every developer, make more split-screen co-op, or even...
just make them for PC.
More
Nobody
local
makes...
co-op.
Yeah, give
nobody
us
makes
local
local co-op games for PC anymore. It's, Diablo 3... You can play that co-op on console, not on PC. Same with Torchlight. Like, none of those games are split-screen co-op.
How are you going to play Diablo local co-op on PC?
2 controllers.
Exactly the same. Controllers, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what our setup is.
We've been playing all the stuff with controllers.
That's fair.
Overcooked is great. We've been playing that.
Yeah,
It's just coming soon.
we've been playing Overcooked. We've been playing Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time. We've been replaying that. We played it when it first came out.
Competitive stuff.
Well, Overcooked is very competitive, and
Cooperatively competitive.
Eventually, I would like to get the full Nuggcast in, because you can have up to 4 players. So to do some versus modes. Woo.
I think that'll actually be really fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the game.
What's the other one? Sonic Mania. Keep moving. Yeah.
That looks great. You should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I've been playing a lot of Let's Play games. Just, my full thing. I've been playing Oxenfree. I've been playing No Man's Sky. I've been playing Slime Rancher a lot.
Have you played No Man's Sky for this many weeks and not just gave up?
I play it in chunks and edit it. No, but that's the thing is, because I'm very busy. I am preparing to table at Supernova, a liquor convention. And I'm just trying to churn out prints.
That's great.
If you're going, go and get her art. It's
Guys.
good art.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, please do. Please come and buy my art. I will eventually have stuff online as well. But me, I'm at Georgia, and we do have some Nuggcast stuff. But I'm at Georgia, and Gabby, who is not here today, but we are tabling together, so you can come buy our art.
Yeah.
So that's
I
exciting.
might be there at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we have already mentioned this, but if somebody brings us chicken nuggets, you will get a free print. That's just the opportunity.
That is great.
It's a deal you
I'm
can't
gonna
give
bring
up.
chicken nuggets.
Fine.
I'd eat them myself.
Offensive. No, but I just lightly touched on it. YouTube, making Let's Plays sort of thing has been really good for me. to actually play games again, because for a while I got really stuck because I am like trying to churn out these prints. I'm trying to get the art of it done as well as do uni work, and then try and like see my friends, and we play D&D every week, and I actually play D&D twice a week. Most weeks I play twice a week, so I have like and one of my sessions is almost 8 hours. Like it's a day.
I try so hard not to do that.
Yeah. It becomes exhausting.
We need to do that at some
we
point.
take a big lunch break in the middle, so it's like we get slow and then we come back. But yeah, just doing the YouTube has really helped me play games, which is excellent.
I don't understand how that works though.
Yeah. So
because you're spending just as much time playing games. But
I feel like because I feel like I can justify it. So I'm like, I'm being semi-productive, so I will play this. And it's also encouraging me to play games that I would pass over because I would only play new games. I'd be like, oh, I don't have time to go back and play My Sims. Or something. I've never played My Sims before, but
great.
You know what I mean? Like,
at least for me, I consider myself to be a mono gamer. Like, I find a game and I commit all of my time to it, and I play it until I'm sick of it. Like, that's how I do it. But I find it so hard to justify going back and playing old games, especially because they're not, like, persistent in progression like a lot of current games are. Like, for example, a game that I usually play, Overwatch, like, you gain levels, you're playing multiplayer and stuff like that. I find incentive in that.
Yeah, for a while, for me, the maximum I was getting was a little bit of Overwatch, because I'd get my boxes and then I wouldn't play anymore. I would do my work, I would do art stuff, I would watch TV, and that's it.
Fair enough. I was similar to Ryan. Like, for years, I was just, like, playing, like, one game at a time. Granted, I was only playing one game for those few years at Bethesda, you know what I mean. Now, not so much. I'm kind of, like, trying to play a lot more smaller games.
That's good.
Definitely.
Humble Bundle's helping me do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is. I love Humble Bundle. Oh, it's so good.
And friends, like, pestering me for months. Like, he's been going on about PUBG for so long.
Yeah.
He's caved.
I'm probably going to end up caving at some point, so...
Buy
it's
Left
worth
4 Dead
caving.
2.
Yeah, definitely.
Buy Left 4 Dead 2. I'll play it with
I
you.
have it.
I checked on your Steam profile and
No,
you
I
don't.
don't.
It's $20 though.
No, I have Dead Island.
Left 4 Dead 2 is wildly better.
I want to tell a story about Dead Island.
Go ahead.
This is a great story. Me and one of my friends from primary school, we played the first Dead Island game co-op, and it was so much fun. We completed the mission storyline, and that was only maybe a third of the time we were playing. The rest of the time, we were just messing around. It was so much fun.
Having goofs.
Having goofs. Eventually, we were like, alright, we're bored. Let's move on to Dead Island 2. We were like, alright, we'll start with the storyline, get that out of the way. We get to partially through the first mission. Maybe the second. But we're in a swamp, and we have to find an engine for a boat to travel. This is the main form of transport for the area. He picks up the engine, goes, sweet, let's go. Turns up to the roof. Hey, I wonder if I can throw it over the building.
Oh my god.
Whoosh! It lands on the roof, and it sits there. We're
Can
like,
you get up on the roof?
We couldn't get up on the roof. So we spend 2 hours throwing everything we can at the engine.
Oh my god.
Long story short, we soft-locked the game and couldn't be bothered reloading the save.
Amazing.
So that was our 30 minutes in Dead Island 2.
Sounds pretty good.
I think you would enjoy playing Left 4 Dead. From that experience, I think you would
enjoy. The times
enjoy
I have played Left 4 Dead,
Yeah.
I think it was on console. Enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, and I was going to say, because Georgia was looking at it, and she's like, he mentioned he'd played it. I was like, I'm pretty sure he probably played it on console, from what it sounds like.
He in fact has reversed this conversation. I am
Have
the
I?
one that remembered you
Oh
said
my God.
you played it on console.
Fair enough.
Because I was looking on Steam and I was like, oh yeah, Chris doesn't have it on Steam. I'm not going to make him buy it. But maybe
How
I
much
will.
is it?
It's
Like-
$20. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, that is 1 and 2.
I've spent a lot of money today.
Yeah.
No, not
wait,
right now.
Wait till it's on sale.
Let's
and
wait
we'll all
till
play it.
wait till holidays or a sale, you know.
Them winter sales coming up.
When there's a sale, there's always a spike in players because there's not very many
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
So it's, spike in players, always fun.
But we'd play
Good time.
co-op most of the time anyway. So.
Well,
yeah,
exactly. But
exactly.
you can play co-op versus.
Yes,
So
well,
I
that's-
would run them through the campaigns first. They
Well,
need to know the maps.
yeah.
Otherwise, I will be screaming at them to get to a specific location, and they'll be like, "What is that, Georgia? I've never been on this map." Look, it gets a little intense.
I don't think that's the enemy's fault.
No, it's because my teammates are incompetent.
And on that, that's the Nuggcast for this week. Who wants to plug their shit first?
Alright. Cool. Dodgem. It's great. You should definitely play it. It's currently available on Google Play Store, and I really am getting around to putting it on iOS. I really am.
Yeah, Apple's just been a pain.
They're just stupid.
Yeah.
$100 a year for a developer license? No,
Wild.
please. Google Play, it's
your Facebook?
Hang on, I'm bitching.
Jeez.
Google Play, $20. You can just upload whatever you want. It's great.
Forever.
Just screw Apple in general. Also, iPhone X, that's a very expensive camera.
Yes, it is. It's a very expensive camera.
Yeah.
Cool. Find me on Facebook at Out of the Shed. I'm going to be posting on there, hopefully, more. I say that every week, but, you know. Maybe
You
if
gotta
I say
keep
it enough
hopeful. You gotta
times,
stay hopeful.
glass half full.
I heard you made a Twitter.
No, I didn't get around to that.
Oh my god! Well, we're putting it in.
I'll do that right now.
Yeah,
Great.
we're putting it in. What is it? It's gonna be Out of the Shed?
It's going to be Out of the Shed.
Alright, Out of the Shed.
He couldn't get at Out of the Shed, so it's at OOTS_games.
Follow Chris for game updates and just maybe rants about the iPhone.
Yes, okay. That's what I'll do. Whenever I feel like ranting, I'll just go to Twitter.
Yeah.
It's good for that.
It's very good for that. That's true.
Well, yeah, you can find me at Georgia on literally everything. Please, you know what, feel free to stalk me. I'm on some forums as Georgia. I don't know what I said when I was 12, but yeah, I do Let's Plays every single day on YouTube, and you can find my art floating around online, and please come to Supernova if you're there and buy my shit.
Oh.
It's all pink and magical.
Yeah.
I finger gunned the
Yeah.
microphone, but this is not a video podcast. Also, my Let's Plays will have webcam soon, so you can watch my face.
Yeah. That'll get them views.
Subscribers half.
I hope not, because that's before I even started doing YouTube.
So you can find me, last week I accidentally said I'm Neuroxide. I hate my YouTube URL. It's Neuroxium. It's stupid. Find me in George's sidebar. Or just look up Neurox. Maybe I'll be higher on the views then. I upload Let's Plays 3 days a day. I've got 3 days a day. I'm sticking with that. I'm coming out with a new series that isn't just Let's Plays, but we'll see how that goes before I announce anything. Yeah, you can.
Don't forget to find us on the Nuggbox at YouTube. Depending on how you're listening to this podcast, you could be on our SoundCloud or iTunes, which is at the Nuggcast. But to get other Nuggbox content, because we don't just do this podcast anymore, we also have some little co-op games on there, and we do bite-sized news on YouTube as well.
So if you don't have
pretty
time,
regularly.
if you don't have time to listen to this hour-long podcast, you can get the Cliff Notes in Nugget News.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's strictly the news, no opinion.
Yep.
But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If not, please just do it. Please rate us on iTunes. Oh, please.
Give us likes.
Yeah.
Subscribe to us. Oh,
Subscribe to us or we will artificially create demand for the podcast.
That's what we're doing.
Brilliant.
You can only access it through a private link that we will email to you after you sign up to our newsletter.
We will only sell it in bulk. In bundles.
Oh yeah, you
with
have
other
to.
stuff.
You have to buy 50 views.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Great. Yeah.
Heckin' bye.
Have a cool
Don't.
time.
Ah!